Girls, I know that this is sudden, but I just got my nails done and this girl wants to fight me. I should show her how my nails look, shouldn't I? They look pretty good. Damn. Am I Aki?
Gangbanger, I'm gon' step on his rat tail. Rock the wig, Pokemon rail. I'm gon' battle in this grass if this weed fails. Zero chills, I get angry at garage sales. All this whinging and whining, so I prefer males. My ears are ringing, you crying, I love the sound of bells. Chakras on the line, try my pictures one more time. Bet you if I'm feeling kinda break your back and break the spine. Spine? Are you spying on me? You know I get paranoid when they stalking IG. I think they got cameras even under the sea. Acting like Ursula, are you trying to be me? Bitch, please. Your cuticle's weak. You've been busy kissing ass, you got shit in your teeth. You've been busy missing facts and no one of 16. I'm a rare out of fact, bitch, I'm Beauty the Beast. Talking shit in the nail salon. Rings off if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw a beer. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch. Talking shit in the nail salon. Rings off if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw a beer. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch. Fuck labels, always tryna test me. Oh, I'm a bitch, I'm a hoe, I'm an LG. Shit talk, I know that's your reflection. You gon' need some new ice for that swelling. Tryna slap me, make that bitch go ouchie. Gave us scoliosis now, punch is so slouchy. I'm rowdy, bleeding from my mouth. See popped her in her eye, now she see like Wazowski. You dangerous, I'ma say shit, no I'm hangry, I just crave it. Wanna talk shit? Bitch, I run this. Wanna talk shit? Bitch, I run this. Talk shit in the nail salon. Rings off if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw it. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch. Talk shit in the nail salon. Rings off if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw it. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch. Talk shit in the nail salon. Rings off if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw it. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch. Talk shit in the nail salon. Rings off if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw it. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch.
Talking shit in the nail salon. The opinions in his mouth if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw it. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch. Talking shit in the nail salon. The opinions in his mouth if you look at me wrong. I got push me in the club, wanna throw it. I'm gon' stab you in the eye with my nails, bitch.
Holy
Goddamn.
hell. How everybody going out there? It's good to see. It's good to be. Just do a little pause on your end. Let us get grounded. It's Dilly D hanging out here for a good time with a great pal, Emkew. Thank you. Welcome.
A pleasure, man. Yo, that track went off. Sriracha, that's the first one I've heard, but that was... Whew.
Yeah, that's Aki by Sriracha. Whew. Yeah, it's a real banger. She's got some new stuff out now. A real gem in the scene.
Amazing, man.
I'm not sure if you listened to the live stream with Amutha, but there's a big connection thing about to happen that has been spurred through this. I'm not going to go into it now.
No,
We're going to see what's
absolutely. It's it's exciting as hell. And yeah, this has been really cool what you've been doing, man. I've been digging, watching along, and just hearing all these insights, and some of the names shouted out have been dope. So it's been cool listening, having some new stuff to listen to.
Yes, I appreciate that, my friend. And as you well know, a really good way to get grounded is to acknowledge the ground that we are upon. You know, the ground of the Wurundjeri and Boonwurrung people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians, not owners, the ones who tended to for so long, and we need to return to the tending to. So I'm gonna leave it on that. Mash, if you want to add or anything, feel free.
Well put. It's it's a good way to put it as well. There's a return to a prior knowledge, a prior wisdom, and a prior understanding. So yeah, I think that was really well said.
Perfect. Cool. Well, another way to get grounded is to catch up. And I know that you've had some movements, energy, and interest in, I guess, not only Twitch, but I imagine some other things now in these times. Emkew, what have you been up to recently?
It's a loaded question, a big one, a deep one.
Yeah.
And if you'll allow me to go deep, I'd love to.
Please, get deep, dig in.
I've been living life, man. It's been awesome. It's been really cool going, hey, these are the things I want to do. right? And with no judgment, no predisposition towards it's the right thing, it's the wrong thing, it has such and such outcome or consequence. It's purely this is what feels right to do. I feel driven and motivated towards this thing, and that's been really cool. And whether that's going for a walk, jumping on a stream, hanging out with my homie Dilly Dave, and watching him write some sweet hooks on the fly. Yeah, it's been really cool having the space, having I like totally acknowledge a whole lot of like backing and support and safety net, and what does to be able to do that and explore and play. But it feels amazing, and it feels cool to get to be sharing it.
Cool. You alluded to something that happened to last night. What we were up to last night. We had a hell of a time.
Yeah, man.
I'd love for you to give a little overview.
It was awesome. So from a bird's eye view, it looked like a bunch of suburbia, and you couldn't really gauge what was going on. The frame of reference is too large. But people in disparate places throughout Melbourne, Naarm, got together online and made a song from scratch together and did it live. Had a bunch of amazing people tuned in, watching, chanting along, supporting, and providing some pretty awesome insights as well, and feedback. And in, what was it, 2.5 hours, dude, we had a track just like that. We had solid verses, a hook, a beautiful intro, and it just sounded mint.
It was really good. One of the things that I kind of figured out, but also I kind of knew going into it, was actually had a long phone conversation with Ivory Archer a few nights ago. Shout outs to Ivory Archer.
Yeah, big ups.
And one of the things that she said while talking, because obviously, you know, we're like, this is shit. What do we do? And essentially her message was just, you just got to keep creating. It's always an opportunity. If it seems like it's hard for you, it's needed more by other people in a way. So, and the fact of, you know, once you get into the right mode with the right people and the right process, you know, you just have to take the first step and things will unravel. It was cool seeing how it did unravel, because you were quite privy to, I guess, a bunch of things, but I was, really privy only to what I was doing in that moment.
True. Yeah. So I guess in that case, you're sort of, reporting in, but it's like 99% what's happening in your world and 1% of what's coming through the screen to you. So
Right.
you're almost getting to the end of the show having not seen it, like watching a TV show and coming in and being asked to like provide the ending or something.
Yeah. But I think it's great. I think it works. I guess it has a little bit to do with the moving parts, which is the people. But Vibe Union's got the people, so covered. Talking J Keps.
Yeah, exactly.
J Keps on the verse, Wrath on the production, Hamutha on verse, yourself on MC Gluage, and your boy, Double D's.
Your boy Dilly Dave.
Little Gremdog.
If you haven't checked it out over on the Vibe Union YouTube, you can. You know what? Dilly? How do you feel about people double streaming you? They're watching us over here having a chat, and then they could have the YouTube video on in the background. How would you feel if someone were to do that?
Well, it depends. Are we clocking views or are we consuming content? Right? If they just want to clock views for us, they could have the tabs open. Hopefully people have enough time in the day to catch a bit of both. If you have to catch one or the other,
sure.
I would suggest the Vibe Union stream over this. If they
in
were
terms
so
of-
desperate in time now, somebody had an hour left in their life and they had to choose between this stream and the Vibe Union creation stream we had last night, I'd probably go for the Vibe Union stream.
All right. You know what? I feel that. Now challenge accepted. Let's go. Let's make this stream the one to be on. Now we're competing against
Yes.
ourselves.
All right,
But those
so-
guys don't know what we know.
Okay.
Let's go. Dilly Dave, let's make this better than that stream. How can we do it?
Well, the way to do it is to summon the devil itself and create some body percussion on the fly, accompanied with unbelievable tonal accompaniment. Da 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 do do da. Da do do da. Da ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. It's all about getting grounded. It's unfounded. I am dumbfounded. Actually, not really. I'm not that good of a rapper. Dumbfounded is a great rapper. All right, we've tried. I mean, I think the idea of this stream is like less energy involvement and more just like, yeah, let's sit on this for a bit. Let's sit on these thoughts. Let's get cerebral.
True. We also didn't. Yeah, we forgot to summon the devil, so I think that's what
There was a little
makes
bit
the
of
difference there.
yeah. I was lacking on that end. I don't think I've got the key ingredients needed to summon.
There's not enough darkness there for sure. I'll give you that much.
It's fucking true, mate.
But you can deal with it.
I can deal with it. I forget my hook, but it was great. It's the remedy to all things.
Oh, speaking of which, man, you've had some dope guests, and you're about to have some more dope guests on.
Yes, Remedy tomorrow, 4 p.m. It's going to be golden. She will be the first guest that, like, is outside of almost the known, intermediate friend zone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So who I've talked to now are people that I've known for ages, very familiar and friendly with. Remedy, you know, kind of familiar with, kind of friendly with it, but we haven't, you know, we haven't sat down for an hour and talked.
Outside your network,
yeah,
you're expanding. You're meeting new people, and yeah, it's cool, man. I think that's a sure sign of progress in any endeavor, whatever it is, where you start talking to people beyond the people you already know. And maybe there's degrees, plural, of separation, and you are comfortable doing it, and you're actually doing it to further your, like, what you're doing creatively. And you also fuck with them hard enough that feels viable for them to do as well. That's
right.
Like promoting what they're doing creatively. It's a
Yeah.
good sign of who you start collaborating with.
Yeah, yeah. The cool thing with this is, yeah, what it is, it's like it's to build the known net or network for a million reasons, you know, first and foremost to appreciate and understand it, right?
Yeah.
But then also if it's like, okay, the more I like being a mediator, a facilitator, a node in the network that connects others. So I feel like through this, there's going to be opportunities for that too. And there already is one that has emerged. And if it, oh God, I just can't say anything more on it. Otherwise, I'm going to jinx the hell out of it. I feel like it's too heavy.
It's a spicy anvil, man. It's heavy and it's hot.
That's it. You know, and my the holy righteousness that I do want to imbue and channel through said hammer that will that comes
Being
from the
paladin
anvil
and
being a
all.
paladin. Yeah, I mean this is important. So it's time. You got to do it seriously, and you got to do it secretly
course.
sometimes.
Did I just out you like on your stream about? I'm not even going to repeat it.
I think I think it says in the description that I play World of Warcraft of the Twitch channel, so I think it's known.
Okay, good.
I initially wanted to like stream computer, but it's just not as meaningful as this. You know, it's just not as enriching. It just doesn't, for me, have the desired effect. For me, gaming's very
Fair
like.
enough.
I love doing it on my own with friends, but I'm not trying to like show it to anyone.
I feel that. Rocket League streaming is like my fallback from rap streaming.
The problem with, yeah, I like that. The problem with things like Rocket League or World of Warcraft and you and myself is we're okay at games. You know, we get a little bit competitive, but we're not necessarily the people that people want to see display excellence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, can you? Is it there? Is it good?
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, like I guess what I'm saying is I'm not good enough at WoW to stream it. And sure, you could be like, oh, but the personality, and it's like, yeah, but you have to turn that all the way up the whole time for hours. You know, that sounds a bit tiring and forced.
Yeah, look, it's tiring for sure, but when I've gotten into states of just enjoying what I'm doing, it actually is quite liberating. So the actual forcedness of it doesn't feel belabored. Like it got to a point because I kept streaming after the Kanye one,
Right.
where I was just doing the video edit, and it got to a point where someone would just start chatting or whatever. I'm like, Cool. All right. Yeah. And like, okay, we're talking. Like, what else do
Yeah.
you got for? Oh, okay, nothing. All right, I'm back to my thing. Like, I just started getting a bit short, and then eventually I was like, all right, cool. I know where I'm at. It's been about 8, 9 hours. I'll catch you all later. And knowing where to draw that line and reflecting back even now, I'm like, cool. That line comes at a certain point, but I also still
Mm.
feel comfortable that hey, that this is me. The whole time that I'm here, this is just where I'm at right now in this moment. Like, this is my energy. And
Right. And you
I think that can, yeah,
you go, sorry.
I lost it.
Okay. I was going to say you feel pretty capable of harnessing that on you're on your own. You're not playing with people that you're very social with or known or chatting with the Rocket League. You feel like you can just turn it on alone, especially on stream.
Oh, the Rocket League gag was a gag. It
Yeah,
was
cool.
just you were talking about how like streaming games.
Yeah.
But as in, I think if it's something you're doing anyway, like there's one way to treat it, and that's simply like you just have a camera there, and
Yeah.
all you're doing is playing the game, how you're playing the game, and you just know that there's a camera there. Just leave it at that and see what happens.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Which is potentially the best approach initially anyway.
Just to find out how comfortable you actually feel with that, not having to actually perform to it, how it actually comes off and how it can be received. Are you like, if you're a naturally expressive player, like Dilly Dave, you have some of the best expressions. Like the way that you respond to the world is incredible. And so if you're just like subtly commentating anyway, people watching you
Mm.
play are going to have I believe, have a ripper time of like hearing your commentary as shit's happening, especially stuff they're watching that they understand. They probably have a point of view on as they're forming their opinion. They're hearing yours, and yours is just a better expression of it. It's going to be dope.
Well, that really warms my heart and certainly encourages me to split Twitch streaming time and put a little bit in the gaming realm, or at least play. Because
Yeah.
I guess the idea is to overlap worlds, yeah? It's kind of what we do.
Yep.
We overlap those worlds, and I think it's easier to do that if you love both worlds.
And that's it. Hannah Montana, that shit, you know?
Do you think Hannah Montana was on the forefront of spreading the idea of the multiverse through Disney?
No, because then you'd argue things like the Parent Trap like beat Hannah Montana to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite. So instead of two people playing one person, one person playing two.
Oh my god.
Have you seen the new season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, I haven't, but I imagine it's wacky goodness.
It's wacky goodness. It's a good time. Check it out on SBS On Demand. Please support our local arts channels. They're trying out here for us.
Gotta help the little dog.
Oh, yeah. Please don't stream episodes of The Bachelor on whatever one on demand. Like, go watch
Oh,
SBS.
yes.
Check out NITV. There's so much good on demand shit. Like, please stop watching toxic, repetitive nonsense.
Yeah. They talk about our carbon footprint. What about the carbon copy content? It's my question.
Hey. Man, you as a data dietitian, I just think
Yes. Yes, we'll leave it at that. You as a data dietitian.
you put that in your Instagram bio.
Actually
Dilly Dave,
should.
data dietitian.
I feel like I'd be able to come up with a whole lot of light, informational, graphic image to
Oh, yeah.
take that idea, a certain way. You know what I mean? Like coming off and say for example, I create a new Instagram account, and
Yeah.
I'm like the digital chemist or whatever the fuck, and
Fuck yeah.
all the little images that I upload are all these little insighty things, but it's
Yeah.
all like faux wisdom. It's just like, I mean, you can
Yeah,
interpret it
yeah.
however you want. Maybe there's something there, but probably not.
Oh, just be like, you should use a Pomodoro timer when watching someone's stream. Trying to bring like literally like diet and health and well-beingness just to digital consumption.
I think I need to hit up Emily Paddington Brown again. Is that her
Yeah,
name? Emily Paddington
Emily
Brown?
Paddon Brown. Dude,
Padding Brown.
Paddon,
Yeah.
Paddon Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paddon.
That's right. Paddington Brown.
Patton Brown. But yeah, oh, that was a great episode of the podcast as well, man. Like, it just got me thinking a lot better about, well, for one, what I'm eating, fresh fruit. Ah, good. But yeah, how we take care of the planet. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was really cool. That's the Vibe Union podcast, if people know. If people need to know or want to know. So I guess we're getting to the point.
End-to-end basis.
End-to-end.
End to K, sorry.
No, that's quite good. That's quite okay. What have you been listening to recently that's, postcode wise, relatively close, that's been tickling your fancy? And I'm not I guess I'm not plugging that song. You can choose another song that was not meant to be.
It's a great song. It is a great song.
Shout out to Connor and Mikado.
Iggy
of course.
Azalea fans. Oh, Connor and Mikado. Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Iggy Azalea. I'm trying to plug my friends. And you're like, shout out to Iggy Azalea, our favorite Australian MC. Yeah.
Oh no, Connor and Mikado. That track is a banger, and like right from the instant it kicked off, it's been a cool one to not only hear for a minute, but how it's evolved, and Mikado going off on it. But yeah, again, just highlighting in a big way like Connor's production and how he thinks about sound and composition is just nuts, man. It was really cool to see.
Right.
Yo, by the way,
it wasn't a plug for that.
Open.
But
okay, yep.
I'm opening it up for you to start talking about the people.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, look, my neighbor on this planet Earth, he lives on the same planet as me. What are the chances?
Can't
this
believe
guy,
it.
Vince Staples, he put out this album, and it's really cool. Anyway.
Yeah. He sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah, it is really cool.
Is he like...
I think he's Vincenzo Stapoli.
Stapoli, that's right.
Italian guy.
Stapoli.
Vincenzo Stapoli. Who have I got? You know what I think? Who I was thinking about today was the Dope Man. You know about the Dope Man, Jara Knox.
Jara Knox. It sounds familiar. I'm just gonna do a
Jara
quick.
Tones.
I'm gonna have up on Spotify. Yeah. Talk to me. Spell it out.
I'm not sure about Spotify.
Okay, that's
Probably
fine.
on SoundCloud.
I'll have a quick IG to see if they be familiar. So spell her out for me.
Jara, JARRAHTONES. Jardo.
Yeah, right. I'm following them. I see like a lot of good mutuals, but I don't think I'm too familiar with them. Okay, cool. So they're straight out your name, but Jaratone, MC producer, just MC. Tell us a bit about him.
Producer, turntablist, and MC as well. I've seen him spit some dope rhymes.
Yeah.
He's connected up with like he runs with and has run events and stuff with like Class A, and then you got like Elf Transporter. He's worked with 1/6 and these guys. But yeah, he's cool, man. He sent me a couple beats for my birthday stream thing, and it was just thinking about the stuff he made. Really cool chops, really cool scratches. Just has that like really dope old school like boom bap kind of style and sensitivity. Sensibility? I always get the two mixed up. Sensibility. And really, really cool dude. So I just wanted to shout him out. I think he's been around for a minute. And yeah, is pretty low key, but he's just always making cool shit, doing good stuff for the community. He's a sweet dude.
Cool. Do you know who he kind of like? So you said Elf Transporter and that kind of stuff.
Transporter.
Well, okay, cool. So a little bit of a veteran, been around for a while. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. North side? Are we assuming or thinking?
Yeah, north side.
Cool.
Just pretty nearby here, I think.
Sweet. We got quite a few people on the north side actually. I'll read them out in 1 second. I think north side seems to be the most heavy at the moment. Maybe that's because it's literally where we are. But I think it seems to be music-wise,
That's where it's popping off.
venue-wise, it's where a lot of the stuff is.
Mm.
So it does make
One
a
sec,
bunch of
my
sense.
audio might do a thing. Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a producer? What's your relationship with beat making? Because I know you're like capable with it, but
I'm capable with it. That's the level at which I consider myself a producer. It's like just something I can do in a pinch and might do to like get an idea started. But generally speaking, I much prefer to collaborate with people who know what they're doing, are really passionate about it. I'm not passionate about production and beat making. Like it doesn't invite me in the way that writing lyrics or like even just playing instruments and stuff does. But that's being the piece, not being the organizer of the pieces.
did you kind of explore it just to have more insight in the bigger picture of like the music making stuff, or an actual interest in beat production?
A bit of it's obviously interest. It's like this is a really cool thing I see people being able to do, and it'd be nice to know how to do it. But back when I started out and hanging out with Hill House, shouts out Umer and Jav, Noor Haris, man. Back when I was hanging out with them, I would watch Jav K like making beats, and it would be amazing. But he'd be putting in so much work. It would feel like I would rock up, write some notes on my phone, and then get up and spit them, and then sit back down. And dude is like slaving away, getting every little bit and bob exactly right, and just making things look good and sound dope as hell. So I was like, oh, cool. Let me learn how to do it. You know, even just for like, I would have an idea of something, and I'd be having trouble communicating it. So it's like, let me jump in and try and do it, and then it can, you know, and then we can like work out workflows together as well. So that made me want to learn how to do it, was like as a language to be able to communicate an idea of within music.
And I guess kind of learning that language is going to help anyone who's trying to do, you know, the hip hop or rap thing. Especially when you start off, I definitely encourage people to go out and just try and talk to people who may or may not be producers, because I think the importance of establishing relationships with producers, if you're just an MC, it's paramount. It's gonna influence your flavor, direction, your ideas, your output, all of that. Because I mean, I think there's definitely something to be said trying to source, you know, your music locally. The temptation is to either rip or purchase, you know, type beats off forever. But if that really bypasses this whole process of you know, creating something that's really from yourself and this other person, you know, instead of just slapping a layer over something, you can make something that's better suited to both of you.
Oh yeah, it's why I count myself deeply blessed. I know so many dope producers I've gotten to meet along the way, yourself included, man. Like when you cook something up, it's a damn fun time, and it's good to know lots of people. It's good to know lots of people who can do that. And it was I felt really comfortable reaching out to all these producers, like for the live stream that I did, where I just went, fuck yes, like cool. Every single one of these people, if they gave me a beat, I would rap on it in an instant. And it was like, oh, then I should go ahead and do that. And it felt really cool. So shouting out. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, you go.
Well, I was going to do more of the shout outs, but
please.
Want to know your point? Yeah. No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say I'm interested in like your journey of meeting people on the way. Like, are there any stories from towards the start of you doing the hip hop stuff where you met these key people and like it unlocked this path or whatever for you? Because I'm sure you got plenty of them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I've got a few. One of my favorites to tell, and I apologize. Do you know about the Uber story?
Maybe.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, little known fact is your
I-
boy MQ used to be an Uber driver.
This
To
I
be
knew.
The MQber.
Yeah,
And
amazing. Yeah.
one morning on my way to work, so I was working Uber and had started a new full-time job. So I would like drive Uber in the morning on the way to work, and it was a feature you could have. And this morning I was debating, am I cutting it fine? How much time do I have to drive Uber before getting to work? And I switched it on anyway, and a fare comes up, and it's for 3 minutes, and it's it was a long trip, which means it's pretty, it's in the one particular direction, and it's on the way to work. I was like, that's great. It's going to eat up most of the travel time, and I make money while I'm doing it. Sick. So I go pick up this guy, and he lives, a 3-minute drive away. And we get to chatting, and he says he's studying music for his PhD at RMIT. I was like, that's amazing, because like I'm a rapper, but I'm just starting out, and if you're into music and you're like you are a doctor of music, let's fucking hang out,
Here we go.
So
I get where this is going.
Yeah, so he invited me. Oh yeah, man, he invited me to a gig, and his band Sikander was playing, and they were opening for a band called Steady State Massive. And so I watched them play as Sikander, and I was like, there's a guy playing sitar, dude playing saxophone with like a cool effects rack.
Hold up one
This dude
sec.
had like a whole rack of stuff. Yeah.
Steady State Massive. Who were they again? Why does that sound so
Do
familiar?
you know Corin?
Yeah, okay, I get you. I
Steady
get
State-
you. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Here at the thing that we had in my house.
Yeah,
We played in this front room, which, yeah.
yeah, I get it. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, went and saw these guys, went and saw Steady State Massive. Really cool out there sounds. If you haven't heard them, go check out these bands. Steady State
Definitely.
Massive has then also formed a Lobo Loco's Electro Dub Experiment. Try saying that 10 times real fast.
Shout outs and
But
tongue
yeah, hanging
tied.
out with the doctor and his band. And I was like, all right, cool, man. I'm down to work with you guys. He sent me a few beats, and I was like, oh, this track is dope. I've been writing this thing about my own background and heritage, and I've been wanting to put it to a beat, and this beat worked perfect. And that ended up being Third Culture. And
Hey,
then we went on to like go and perform at Rainbow Serpent, which is its own story. And then there's so on and so forth. But that's how I got to meet, Pradeep, who's now a great neighbor
Wow.
and friend and bandmate in Sikandar. Because of them getting to play Rainbow, getting to play at like things like Renaissance as well, which we then got to do as VU.
yeah,
And just getting all kinds of cool gig experience, but also MC experience, because it's not the kind of band where you're a rapper with a bunch of other rappers. It's like I'm the rapper like guy at the front of people playing instruments. And so it's a really interesting dynamic now of like how to play that room, how to play all together, and hold concert in that literal sense.
That's a
It's
great
cool
origin
fun.
story for the Doctor. I've had the pleasure for meeting the Doctor a number of times. I've slept beside him, in an adjacent tent. Seen him in sandals and thongs, which I imagine he wears most of the time. He's just that kind of type. And it also could be a cultural thing. But that's fine.
Not at the moment though. Dude's got
Oh, truly?
a plastered foot. Yeah, he
that's
came off his
right,
bicycle the other
that's
day
right.
in the rain.
I did hear that. Yeah, you had to whip him up to the docks, to the hospo.
Yeah, went and hung out in a hospital car park for a while because of COVID safety. But it was cool. It was nice being outside, and I was like, I'm gonna sit in the sun. And it was
Yeah, you
very
gotta
lovely.
crank the window a little bit and treat yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, just get a little bit of that air. Like, hopefully, there's nothing flying around in it,
Oh my god! Right at front of the hospital, just like maybe I'll leave it open just a little bit.
No, I parked away from the building.
Yeah, very good. That's cool. I love origin stories, and I had no idea about that. I don't think I'd heard about that before, because it's interesting because such a small event has, in turn, proved to be quite a big part of, I guess, your performance career over the past few years, right?
Oh, massively. It was a very early boost in validation for what I'm doing, as well as upskill. Like, it was a necessary upskill. Suddenly, the stakes are much higher now. Like, if I'm going to say I'm playing a Rainbow Serpent Festival, I need to bring it not only at that festival, but around it. Like, now I need to have that level of performance going into it to let alone be able to pull it off at it. So just
Right.
builds you up real quick.
Because you know, for people who haven't come across Sakanda before, performing, it's actually kind of hard to know what is planned and what is not, and I guess there's a lot of, I mean, the way I might describe it is improvised swells, and I'm not sure if that
Sure.
was
Yeah.
maybe the realm that you were super comfortable in, maybe when you started that, but this has been the opportunity and the thing that has pushed you up in that way?
Yeah, massively, man. I think, yeah, working in this, there are structures, but I was kind of brought on. I was told, like, here's the beats and make of them what you will. If you want, we can work on like recording songs, but really just live, we want you to do your thing.
Yeah.
And you're bringing another instrument to this. And so it was really cool shifting. Early on, it was like, okay, these are songs, this is a structure. Okay, this must be the verse. I got to fill it. So I'm going to write something to fill it. And then over time shifting that perspective to go, no, it's not instrumental and vocal and like they're 50-50. Instrumental and vocal, like there's different instruments and I'm one more instrument and I have a voice. That's what my notes sound like. And starting to think about jamming and going back and forth is really fun. And then over time some structures start to emerge and then you try and stick to things to up the level of performance. But generally speaking, yeah, it's quite liberating being able to just go, all right, cool. I know this is my moment to rap 32 bars of whatever comes into my head. And that is, whoo, that is go-go juice of a thought, man. It's a nice time.
Yeah, you really, I guess you really rise to the freestyle occasion. When do you feel like you acquired the taste of freestyle?
Swimming took me back. It was made me not enjoy the taste of freestyle. But when did I really get into it? I think starting out and then starting to do a bit of rap and deciding like this is a thing I'm going to do for sure. Recognizing that all of it's for naught, and I'm holding myself back by not trying to do it. And so
What do you mean by all of it's for naught? What do you mean by all of it's for naught?
Like, what's the point of getting really good at writing down lyrics if you have to sit and think of them for ages and contemplate one word to the next?
As opposed to being the instrument that you can just go ahead and do the thing.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to like play A and then go, okay, A and then this, no. A and then F sharp, no. Like, you're just going to play a sequence and see what starts forming and coming out, and eventually some patterns start to emerge, and you find the thing that you may not have ever found doing these disjointed kind of approaches. That's how it looked like to me. It was just kind of like, here's a skill that will enhance my ability to write, and I want to be a writer. At this point in time, this is what I want to work on if I work on freestyling. And so then, there was a point at which freestyling to my own steering wheel with the windows up, with no one in any cars around me, was a scary idea. I don't know. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever been like, I don't want to rap to an empty car? Yeah.
Well, if you're in that state of mind, I guess the idea is you don't want any attention, towards your way with what you're doing in the car. Some people get embarrassed if their windows cranked down a little bit and they're like singing along, and then you look at them and they're enjoying their time. They look at you and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they saw me enjoying myself." But once you get over that,
yeah.
But yeah, no, initially for sure. But you know me, I got to the point where I had a PA and a mic in my car and would actively look at the people left and right of me and let them know what I'm up to.
That's it, man. We're gonna start filming those sessions. Like, I feel like that there's some origin starting out type stuff. Can't wait to do it again properly, man.
Me too. I believe that there was a show that went for a little while. I'm trying to think of it, but essentially it was like freestyling in the car and like having a bit of a jam session on the car on the run. It was Melbourne based.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
God, I can't remember. But yeah, it's a great idea. We've all got the shit to set it up properly and very well in the car. it's fun because when you're driving, I mean, I'm happy to freestyle and hold a mic while I'm driving. I'm not going to kid anyone. I'm happy to do that. I don't give a shit. But there's so much around you available to freestyle. There's so much material. It's like, it's one thing in a venue where it's like kind of dark and there's just kind of people in front of you. I mean, sure, there's plenty still there to work with. But in the car, I mean, unless you're driving, if driving towards Central Australia or whatever, there's going to be stuff to rap about.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, you need that source material. So if you're out there, if you're thinking about maybe potentially getting into freestyle rapping, it's never too late to start. And the sooner the better.
Right. The car's a good place to start. And as you said before, if you want to be a writer, if you want to get good at writing, you got to fucking run the simulation of freestyle. You just got to let it go. See what happens. Who knows? You don't know until you bloody... until you get the neuro map of, I guess the semantic map of what's available.
Absolutely. If you're finding with your raps that they're repetitive while you're writing things down, then you're going to definitely feel that when you freestyle.
Yes.
But when you freestyle, you iterate way more. So whatever that thing is, you get it out of your system sooner. And whatever the things are that you're good at, you start working on them quicker and with greater repetition. So if you write every day for half an hour, freestyling every day for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. And it's not easy to rap straight for 5 minutes, but if you do that for 5 minutes, it's worth the hour of writing in terms of the stuff you go through and what just you let out. And the less you judge what you let out, the more you allow the process to be really effective.
Get very uncomfortable with being not so good at it. And alongside that, there's going to be one part of each day where you feel in the mood to do something which is aligned with your passion, And 5 minutes is more than enough to, even if you're not like nailing a freestyle the whole 5 minutes, you just have to play along for 5 minutes, just keep it going, breathe, come back in. But it really shows you, freestyle shows you your strengths and weaknesses in so many different ways. It shows you inner thoughts, desires, so many things. It really does. Can really get in there.
Why do you think I never rhyme with gecko anymore? Well, I mean...
I'm not lost. I was tried to think of the word that would rhyme with gecko that you're trying to avoid, but then maybe gecko is the thing you're trying to avoid because that's the thing that turns you on. Is that what you're alluding to?
No comment.
Okay, all right. Always knew you had an affinity for the reptilians.
What can I say? I'm a warm-blooded man.
I'm a warm-blooded man.
And opposites attract.
Many horrible things have been done after somebody has said that. Well, I'm just a warm-blooded man. Yeah.
Damn.
Cheers, by the way.
It's just warm. Hey, cheers, man.
Boom.
Hydration station. Pow.
Well, I'm getting nostalgic with my preteen years and cruises, so I guess my preteen girl years.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Preteen? Got on the cruises?
Yeah, 12 years old.
Fair enough.
No, not really.
It's, oh man. It's a relief.
I was 12 when I was getting smashed. Yeah, worse than Bad Barbie. I'll tell you that much. What are you up to for the next few days, my dude?
Next few days, what do we got? No, pretty chill tomorrow. I'll probably mow the lawn. Saturday, the floor is yours. Vibe Union, open mic. If you're watching this on Sunday, it's already too late.
God damn.
I'm gonna listen to Certified Lover Boy when it comes out, new Drake album. just to see how he's doing. You know, check in with the man.
Yeah.
Times are hard right now.
Touch
just,
base.
You know, he's got something to say. Let's hear him out. What's on his mind?
You gonna do a Twitch stream on it?
I probably will actually.
What's the whole like? I guess if you're sharing music in an album and running commentary over it enough, that kind of bypasses any. Who knows?
It should, but YouTube is not even responding to my. It's like they're just reviewing my dispute. So they copyright blocked it when I re-uploaded to YouTube. Twitch doesn't care.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on. I have analytics now. Finally.
Woo.
View options. Yeah, cool. All right, that's good. Yes. All right, now hopefully.
Tell us what you're happy
actually-
about.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so I Twitch streamed Donda, the Kanye West album, the other night, and that was great fun. Commentating, reacting, doing my thing, and it became really clear. Like my friend who's been doing this kind of stuff for a minute, shouts out Thomas. Woo.
Shit, it's.
I just get emotional and gassy about him, you know. It just happens. He's a good guy.
How could you not? Let it out.
He suggested, he was like, dude, look, if you're gonna do this thing, you want to get it up on YouTube ASAP. Once you get it up on YouTube, like the algorithm takes off, but the sooner you do it, the better, right? Otherwise, there's gonna be 50,000 React videos, not 500. And people are still gonna be searching for it, but now you're lost in the crowd. The sooner the better. The album's just come out. It's like, cool. So I stayed up then the whole night after the stream, editing the video down to what ended up being 2 hours. Because I was just like, there's too many insights here, too many gems, baby. And I said at the start of the description, this is a long video. Watch it in parts. Take your time, kind of like with the album. That's my advice. And so I uploaded it, but they were like, you're using music from Sony UMG. And I was like, yeah, but you're allowed to. This is a React. This is fair use and all that kind of thing. And it took them 2 days and 5 hours for them to clear the review thing to allow the video to be watched. 2 days and 5 hours, too many. Is what I say.
Yeah, it's done. It's gone.
To fight power.
Goodbye, trend.
Yeah. But so far, 7.7 impressions click-through rate. I mean,
Cool.
1 view, but, you know, people are watching for 5 minutes. That's pretty neat. And let's see what happens.
Well, you know, you and I were rocking up with 10 followers. The expectation should be fucking enjoy doing the show.
That's so much fun. The show is the best part.
Yeah.
But to be able to keep doing the show at that level and for it to be that fun with that much engagement, now I need to put in work to serve the cycle that it's a part of. Now I've entered this ecosystem. If I want to keep eating in this ecosystem, then I need to like participate in it and learn like that there's certain. Yeah, does that make sense? Now I'm envisioning like a fox walking into a jungle.
Well,
And
I
it
mean,
can either just die. Oh, sorry, yeah.
my comment wasn't meant to be like, well, don't ever look at the numbers or analytics or plan or schedule for anything. But yeah, I think even from the start, I mean, you and I both want to make something from this. So as much as you know, as much information as we can gather, and as much behind the scenes or the veil that we can look behind, then yeah, of course, why not? If you had to,
Another one for
please.
Sorry, another one for the Instagram data dietitian account.
Please.
Is numbers lie, so don't.
Yes. Wow. That's it's quite profound. I like that.
Data dietitian, man, tells you what you need. May not be what you want.
We're talking quality, not quantity.
We're talking truth, veracity. Thanks for tuning in, one viewer, by the way. You've been active, you've been buzzing. I think it might be me, but
I assume so.
Nice.
Either way, it has been nice having your stream in the stream. Yeah, no, there's still plenty on my mind ticking in terms of this stream. If you had like 3 ideas or tips around streaming on Twitch that you would give to me, I would love to hear them.
One is energy. Like, I think number one, honestly, is something needs to be happening on screen, sound wise, or vocally. Me, I'm a very illustrative, animated person, especially in a performance context. So I can feel pretty comfortable, even if there's not music playing, that I'm, really like engaging something, keeping conversation going. Because I also flip. And this is a medium for people who are, some people are super focused and they'll fuck with it no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And some people are flitters as well. And it's actually better for them when you flit with them rather than they go, well, this. He's still saying what he was saying 3 minutes ago or something like that. That's why like Alex Jones and shit like that is so popular amongst like general viewers, because he just continuously brings your attention along.
You can blast between different things kind of non-stop, indefinitely almost.
So that's a really extreme example. But yeah, I would say energy and so like I think, with the fact that there's stuff going on screen, there's music playing, which I think I haven't rejoined this party, so that's why I've not been privy to music in the background, but that's way cool.
Oh, good.
Because it's been nice. And what else we got? Yeah, just what's going on screen is here is really good. Another tip would be, what is it? Clickbait titles. I've been thinking about the concept of clickbait lately, and I got sent a really good link by Veritasium. Do you know the YouTuber?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Like science.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they did one of like why clickbait works, which obviously is great clickbait. But the way it works at the end of the day is like, this is how the system is served and how it works. And if you can put something in your that's like CLB greater than Donda, people will come in to debate you about it.
Right.
It's you're doing that thing, and it's suckering people in a little bit. And
are you talking about taking polarized positions and putting it in clickbait?
Yeah, that's one of the things suggested. Now, whether you go that route or not, like I was just watching some Twitch streamers YouTube on pretty much this topic. So I'm mind you, I'm recycling all of this.
That's cool. That's all I do is recycle, but only digitally, not in real life. I'm sorry, Emily.
Yeah. Oh, Emily.
Okay, so clickbait titles.
Recycle that joke later.
Yeah, we should.
Clickbait
All right.
titles,
Okay. So, following that thought, if I was to put something on this screen, are you talking about the title, like description of the video, or like on screen?
Description of the video. So always update that before the stream, which you have in this case, which is great.
Yeah.
But this is informative, and at the start, when you're just trying to drum up. At the end of the day, people can't find this and can't find how good this chat is. We're having a good time. There's good music playing. There's cool graphics and a great concept.
Yeah.
But people aren't going to find it because the title doesn't do anything for them. It says Dilly Dave TV. They don't know who that is. Grounded with Dilly Dave. I don't know what that means. Featuring Emkew. I don't know what that means. Next is, wow, I totally punked this raid with 4,000 IQ. You're like, I bet he didn't. These fucking WoW players don't know shit about how to pwn raids. I'm going to go in and like criticize this guy's game. And they get fired up instead of like, I wonder what these like enterprising human beings are about to indulge and engage in. And I wonder if they'll tickle my intellectual fancy. That's how I think of us, by the way. That's what we do.
I definitely am all about tickling tickling brains and whatnot, I guess. Okay, cool. I like that. All right, so for an example, if we were to make a clickbait title for what we're doing right now for like this stream, let's brainstorm. I'll let you go first, and then I'll try and dip into that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So there's a few ways to go about it. You could be like Melbourne rap greater than Sydney rap, or who did it, like, is underground rap dead?
Okay.
Who So yeah, there could be questions that are evocative, something that's going to evoke an opinion, and it could be an open-ended question. It could, sorry,
Best
try to make
MCs
your
live in
point
Melbourne.
Best MCs live in Melbourne. Yeah, there you go, bang. So you put that on, and that's the title. And you know, people come in and they'll say a couple things. Mind you, this is assuming that that you're there consistently. So Twitch needs to also see, like, its algorithms are not like they're not good. They'll show you who's top in shit, and they'll then kind of just show you random stuff, and you scroll around, and you're prone to find some stuff.
Unless you like sort from lowest view count, and then you'll be able to find some.
Which some people do. Which some people are like,
yeah,
let me just see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Well, that's what I did to. I guess like that's where you would look to gather some initial intel research on like. What are some people doing? Yeah, yeah. Like what is the basic setup or approach, and what is like the intermediate, and what is like this is like pro lev, this is like cream of the crop, this is like the golden standard. Yeah,
that's really cool. I've never thought about it. I just go, okay, what's on the front page, drawing my attention, and doing that way. But you're right. It's actually like what is being done out there is better to understand,
because I
get a good spread.
Right, because you want to know what not to do, and sure, you will learn that through doing your thing, but you'll also learn from like checking out a bunch of other channels which haven't picked up yet or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, nice. Well put.
Cool. It's been about an hour. We're marathon talkers. I mean, we could bring it out forever, but I do like the idea of having these, don't want to take too much time from people. I understand the value of it. But to take us home and maybe finish us off, MQ, do you have a song that's out of Melbourne that I could add to the Spotify playlist?
Ooh. Yes. It is by, if you look up Julian Schweitzer on Spotify, Julian, like Julian, Schweitzer, SCHWEITZER.
Yep. And they're from
Clifton Hill.
Cool.
No, yeah, Clifton Hill.
All right. Is there a particular track? Should I read out some of these to you? Which one should I add?
Yeah, actually, hang on. I should just look here. There's a really recent one. The cover art is two people facing, I think, the same way in almost black and white kind of thing.
There's a couple of them like that, actually.
Oh, yeah, true. No, it's... But you know what? Actually, one that I really want to show you is by his group, Deathbeat.
Mm-hmm.
So... there they are, and...
And how do you know these this crew?
Julian comes from another fun networking story. Networking or just meeting someone. Vibe Police is the name of the track. And can you invite me to a listening party? I want to...
Absolutely.
I think. Wait, does it play... Was it echoing back for you when it plays through mine or not?
Yeah, what I'll do when we play it at the end, I'll just turn down your Discord volume thing, and we could just vibe out at the end.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me today, dude. I super appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
Everyone,
it's been a joy, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Everyone, please check out MQ, not only on Twitch, but on all of the platforms. Great musician, great person, the intent, the energy, the alignment, the achievements. I don't know. I'm not sure about your achievements. I'm sure you got plenty. I'm sure you've actually got quite a lot of achievements. I have a lot of faith in your achievements, actually.
Thanks, man. Your faith means a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, cool. This is Grounded with Dilly Dave. We're signing out here, and to take us out, we're going to be playing Vibe Police by Deathbeat. Let's rip this. I'll give you a little invite, my dude. Let's go.
And I think I might have fixed the issue that was happening, so it shouldn't repeat,
Cool.
like do that echoey thing.
Yeah, coming through.
Yep.
Beautiful.
For you? Yeah.
Ah.
Choose your God and I'll choose mine. Live your life and I'll live mine. The way you talk is your design. Hey man, you're killing my vibe like a thief with a gun. You make a scene, stealing oxygen in the name of a dream. And so thick, yeah, pass the knife. Cause this motherfucker just one slice. Dark clouds roll above your head like a dog on a leash. You bring your best friend. Lights go dim, energy drain. Felt something sucking out of my vein. Yeah, knew right away that something changed. Chill in the air, you felt so strange. See the shadows of the steps increase. Pick up the phone, dial 5 police. Do you hear the sound scream? Yeah, 5 police. Do you hear the tide screech? Hands tied down, rights are red. You simply stare and shake your head. Officer Graham, yeah, 401. Hindsight the high, now don't be strong. Seems to me you're still confused. What's been committed, what's been abused? Lucky for you, you got the time. Yeah, Mo in the can, try understand. See it live. See it live. See it live. Best turn yourself in today.
Have a material witness on an aggravated battery with a handgun and
Five police. Do you hear the sound scream?